Hey there, how's it going? Do you recall the last time you took an anti-parasitic medication? This is a significant question because parasitic infestations are incredibly common. According to the World Health Organization, over 1.5 billion people worldwide are carriers of parasites, often without being aware of it. Do you constantly feel tired, suffer from anemia, or have unexplained abdominal pain? These could be signs of a worm infection. In this video, we'll delve into the main symptoms and signs of parasitic infections. Early identification of these signs is crucial for preventing more severe health issues and ensuring effective treatment. Moreover, I'll discuss the necessary tests and whether or not it's advisable to take anti-parasitic medications. Staying well informed is essential, so make sure to stick with us till the end. Before we move on, how about hitting like on this video? Our goal is to reach 1,000 likes to help spread this vital content on YouTube. This video is a public service and deserves to be shared with everyone. So, share it with friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more health information, and hit the bell for notifications on upcoming videos. Now tell me, do you usually take worm medicine annually? Have you had issues with parasites? What kind? Where are you watching our video from? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's get a better understanding of what parasitic infections are and the importance of being aware of them. First off, what are worm infections? Worm infections are caused by parasites known as worms that can infest the human body. These infections are common worldwide but are particularly prevalent in regions with poor sanitation and limited access to clean water. There are various types of worm infections, caused by different kinds of worms. The most common include ascariasis, caused by Ascaris lumbricoides, hookworm disease, caused by Ancylostoma duodenale and Necator americanus, trichuriasis, caused by Trichuris trichura, and schistosomiasis, caused by various species of the genus Schistosoma. Other types include enterobiasis, or pinworm infection, caused by Enterobius vermicularis, and taeniasis, caused by different species of tapeworms. Now a common question. How can we get infected with parasites? Contamination by parasites causing worm infections mainly occurs through the consumption of contaminated food or water. In areas with poor sanitation, water may be contaminated with human or animal feces containing parasite eggs. Poorly washed fruits and vegetables are also a common source of contamination. In addition to ingestion, some parasites can infect people directly through the soil. For example, walking barefoot on contaminated soil can lead to parasites like those causing hookworm disease penetrating the skin. Contamination can also occur through the fecal-oral route, especially in conditions of poor hygiene, such as not washing hands properly after using the bathroom or before handling food. Additionally, eating undercooked meat, especially pork or beef, can lead to the ingestion of parasite larvae like tapeworms. Though less common, person-to-person transmission can also occur, particularly in environments where personal hygiene is neglected. Therefore, preventive measures like drinking treated water, washing food, thoroughly cooking meats, maintaining good personal hygiene, and wearing footwear in potentially contaminated areas are essential to avoid these infections. Understanding the relationship between parasites, like worms, and human health is complex. While often considered harmful, not all parasites cause significant damage to the host. In some cases, the presence of certain worms may even play a role in regulating the immune system. Studies have suggested that in societies where certain types of parasitic infections are common, some autoimmune diseases and allergies are less prevalent. This observation led to the hygiene hypothesis, which suggests that a lack of exposure to parasites and other microorganisms in childhood can result in a poorly regulated immune system, potentially increasing the risk of certain conditions. However, this doesn't mean acquiring parasites is beneficial or recommended as a form of therapy. Regarding the size of parasites, it doesn't necessarily determine the severity of the disease they can cause. Some large worms, like tapeworms, can live in the human intestine without causing significant symptoms for years.
If what I shared so far has resonated with you, I have something special that will interest you. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your life and start living your healthiest self today. By acquiring the ebook Secrets to Unshakable Health, you will have a guide with practical and proven strategies for living a longer, disease-free life. Click on the link in the first pinned comment and discover the path to lasting and robust health.
On the other hand, much smaller parasites, like those causing malaria, which are not worms but protozoans, can be extremely dangerous and even fatal. The severity of the disease depends on various factors, including the type of parasite, the parasite load, the duration of the infection, and the overall health of the host. Regarding the most common worms that infect humans, they vary globally, but some are particularly prevalent. Ascaris lumbricoides, the worm responsible for ascariasis, is one of the most common, possibly infecting up to 1 billion people worldwide. Hookworms, the culprits behind hookworm disease, and Trichuris trichiura, the cause of trichuriasis, are also widely distributed, especially in areas with poor sanitation. Other common worms include Enterobius vermicularis, the cause of pinworm infection or enterobiasis, often found in children, and various species of schistosoma, responsible for schistosomiasis. Therefore, while the presence of parasites does not always indicate a severe disease and may even have interesting immunological effects in some cases, the prevention and treatment of parasitic infections are crucial for public health, especially in areas where these infections are endemic. Now, let's discuss the 7 symptoms of worm infestations that can confuse even doctors, so it's important to stay vigilant and consult a specialist if you experience these symptoms. The first 3 symptoms of worm infestations, chronic or intermittent diarrhea, abdominal pain, and weight loss or lack of appetite, are common and can be confusing in clinical practice due to their similarity to a variety of other medical conditions. Starting with chronic or intermittent diarrhea, it is often one of the early signs of a parasitic infection. Parasites like Giardia lamblia can cause recurrent episodes of diarrhea, alternating with periods of normalcy. This diarrhea is not only uncomfortable but can also lead to dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. However, the challenge lies in differentiating it from other common causes of diarrhea, such as food intolerances, bacterial or viral infections, and inflammatory bowel conditions like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Abdominal pain, which can range from mild to severe, is another symptom that can be caused by worm infestations. This pain can be diffuse or localized in specific areas of the abdomen, depending on the type of worm and the location of the infection. For example, ascariasis can cause pain due to intestinal obstruction caused by the worms. However, abdominal pain is an extremely common symptom in many other conditions, including appendicitis, gastroenteritis, and even non-gastrointestinal issues such as gynecological problems in women. Therefore, it is a symptom that requires careful evaluation to determine the underlying cause. Thirdly, weight loss and lack of appetite are concerning symptoms in any clinical context, as they can indicate a range of health conditions, from psychological issues like depression to serious diseases like cancer. In the case of worm infestations, weight loss can occur due to poor nutrient absorption, caused by damage to the intestinal tract or the presence of large amounts of worms competing for nutrients. Lack of appetite can also be a direct consequence of gastrointestinal irritation or discomfort caused by the infection. However, these symptoms are nonspecific and can easily be attributed to other more common causes, making the diagnosis of worm infestations a challenge. Anemia is a symptom that can arise in worm infections that feed on blood, such as hookworms. These parasites attach to the intestinal wall and cause chronic bleeding, leading to iron deficiency anemia. However, anemia has many other possible causes, including nutritional deficiencies, internal bleeding, chronic diseases, and even cancer. Thus, while anemia can be a sign of worm infestations, a careful examination is needed to determine the exact cause, which may include stool analysis to check for the presence of parasite eggs or larvae. Chronic fatigue, another symptom that can be caused by worm infestations, is particularly deceptive because it is an extremely common and nonspecific symptom. It can result from anemia induced by the infection or a general body response to chronic infection. However, chronic fatigue is also a symptom of a wide range of diseases, from psychological conditions like depression and anxiety to autoimmune and chronic illnesses. The connection between fatigue and worm infestations can only be established after a thorough diagnosis, which may include laboratory tests and stool analyses. Skin problems, such as rashes and itching, can occur in some parasitic infections, especially those involving the penetration of larvae through the skin, as is the case with hookworm disease. However, skin problems are extremely common symptoms and can be caused by a variety of factors, including allergies, reactions to medications, bacterial or viral infections, and skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. Therefore, the presence of skin problems requires a detailed investigation to determine the underlying cause. Finally, neurological symptoms associated with worm infestations are rare but can be severe. Some parasites have the ability to affect the nervous system, leading to symptoms such as headaches, seizures, or other neurological disorders. However, neurological symptoms can indicate a wide range of medical conditions, from neurological diseases to brain infections and tumors. Due to their seriousness and the wide range of possible differential diagnoses, neurological symptoms require immediate and comprehensive medical evaluation. In summary, while anemia, chronic fatigue, skin problems, and neurological symptoms can be indicative of worm infestations, these symptoms are common to many other medical conditions. Therefore, it is essential to conduct a careful and comprehensive diagnosis to determine the exact cause of these symptoms and, if necessary, treat the underlying parasitic infection. When you experience any symptoms that may suggest a worm infection or another medical condition, it is not advisable to simply take medication without consulting a doctor first. Many symptoms can be common to different diseases, and proper treatment depends on a correct diagnosis. Additionally, antiparasitic medications can have side effects and are not necessary or appropriate unless there is a confirmed infection. As for the question of all adults taking worm medications regularly, this practice is not generally recommended unless there is a specific indication. In some regions of the world where certain parasitic infections are very common, there may be mass deworming programs. However, in many parts of the world where the prevalence of these infections is low, routine preventive treatment is not necessary and may even be harmful, as the overuse of antiparasitic drugs can lead to the development of resistance. Anisakiasis is an infection caused by the ingestion of nematode larvae, usually of the genus Anisakis, which can be found in raw or undercooked fish and seafood. After ingestion, the larvae can invade the lining of the stomach or intestines, causing symptoms such as severe abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and, in rare cases, serious complications. The best way to prevent anisakiasis is to avoid eating raw or undercooked fish and seafood or ensure that they are properly frozen before consumption, as freezing kills the larvae. To prevent worm contagion in general, some important measures include practicing good hygiene by washing hands regularly, especially before eating and after using the restroom. Ensuring that foods, especially meat and fish, are properly cooked. Washing fruits and vegetables before consuming them. Drinking clean water, especially in areas where the water supply may be contaminated. Wearing shoes, especially in areas where soil contamination may occur. Maintaining good sanitation and hygiene at home and in the community. Adopting these measures can significantly help reduce the risk of worm and other parasitic infections. And if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel to continue learning more about your body's health.